Sowore has just been arrested by the FCT Commissioner of Police, Mr. Nnamdi. I don't know if the name is correct, but this man, I think at this point, the Nigerian police should stop playing hanky-panky with Nigeria. You guys are pushing it too far. Now, why did you arrest Sowore? She went to court to, see the briefing going on with Nnamdi Kanu's court case for today. And when he was just outside the court or so, the police came and bundled him by force into the car, saying that the Commissioner of Police is requesting that they arrest him. This same Sowore was in FCT command, was there, and he even asked, am I under arrest? I'm here now. So why did you people not arrest him that day? Why you come be saying that when he go court, you people like drama? So as long as I'm concerned, you guys are clout chasers. Why are you arresting Sowore? Instead of you people to address the agitations, no, you want to do hanky-panky, you want to slave for politicians, you want to do drama and divert people's attention from the main agitation. At least the government should be addressing us, telling us why they will not free him. What happened? Why the delay? What's going on? Why they not respecting court order? What is it? Instead, you are arresting up and down. This una mumu arrest make people not they respect arrest again. These days, anybody that wants to speak the truth already signs up for arrest. We the expect them. Like Lagos way be, he must come. Help me ask them. At Nigerian police force, why are you arresting Sowore now? Is this not already a show of shame? For the people saying, it's a stage, who cares? I know the judge what people they think, the judge what they see. As long as I'm concerned, Sowore called for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. As long as I'm concerned, it's because the courts have said release this man and they have refused. As long as I'm concerned, people participated because we have seen these people hold meeting with bandits and release terrorists. Why Nnamdi Kanu? Why are you still holding on to this one? Other day they granted amnesty for even kidnappers. As long as I'm concerned, the citizens have a right to agitate. As long as I'm concerned, protest is a fundamental human right. They broke no law. In fact, the people that broke the law was Nigerian police. They're gassing and causing harm to the lives of peaceful protesters. As long as I'm concerned, it should be solidarity now. This regime of wickedness needs to stop. Hey, because of Nnamdi Kanu, because of somebody, political party, because of tribe. The man who is so conscious of what's at stake must make mistake. Add your voice and demand the release of this man. Add your voice and bring Nigerian police to accountability. You see this one they are doing. I talk that they bless and not like them. It's all wickedness to the citizens. Nothing more, nothing less. If they call for another protest tomorrow, some of us will be there. You see this generation, Mr. Nnamdi, we will fix Nigeria.
For how long we won't continue in this system of waiting, make one bad thing happen, then we shout for justice for this person, another one happen the next time, justice for this person. Do you know say injustice go continue for as long as we permit them, and that you get level of injustice when we go experience as people, we no go only be victims again, no, we self go become accomplice, because the injustice when we the experience, now they support our oppressors to give us the injustice. Listen, see, nobody go give us justice free on a platter, because the injustice when we the experience, it is a blessing to some people. They're not going to make there be justice and equality, because once there is justice, everybody will be held to equal standard. So the more injustice way the better for them. Let there be that divide among the high and the low. So now we will be the victims of injustice must realize, say, we need value to be put on your life. You deserve justice as a human being, and you wake up and demand for it, not just to talk, but to mobilize and show working that you deserve better. So 20th of October 2025, now 5 years of EndSARS protest, the 5 years memorial after the Lekki toll gate incident. Nigerians, Nigerian leaders, Nigerian government, how far? Where is the justice? 5 years later, how closer are we to justice, or how farther away are we from justice? All the talk of ending police brutality, law enforcement brutality, we don't end them. What of the talk that year where government they talk say police reform? Sure, we don't reform the police. And be 5 years later, we have more complaints of police brutality than 5 years ago when Nigerians came out to protest. What of the justice for the victims of police and law enforcement brutality, including even the EndSARS victims? Sure, we don't get justice for them. How many people exactly died? How many bodies they receive for the mortuary? Shall Lagos state government, after they released that their white paper, so-called white paper reports, what happened to the subsequent reports? Because these people will die, they are not unknown Nigerians, so now human beings, person brother, person sister, person pikin, person, all human beings will get names. People like the young boy Pelumi Onifade, the young journalist, and many others. Shall we don't get justice for them? Because some people will die for that EndSARS, they will think the country don't better, they will think they were martyrs. Imagine beginning to fail and living a life where there is more suppression after that. What happened to all of those conferences and all the this thing where they've been put together at that period? The EndSARS panel where they've been set up across the 36 states, including Abuja, what happened to the reports? What of the officers who were indicted of carrying out torture, brutality, innocent citizens? Have we been able to hold them accountable? Where are they? They said they moved from SARS, they come out SARS, they open SWAT. All those officers where they move, where they indict, is it that they just moved them from the SWAT to mainstream police? That is a case of problem that have changed location, moving from NEPA to power holding, still no light. Ori buruku lenshi, Nigerian leaders. Ori buruku lenshi. Nigerians, I just want want to let you to know that your oppressors are not willing to release justice to you. It is up to all of us to wake up and demand that the right thing must be done, because injustice to one person somewhere means that the right of another person everywhere is not protected. May God forbid you not be say Nigeria go happen to you negatively before you activate. Some people, between the time where EndSARS happened and today, how many people still dey detention center? According to reports, in fact, some of the peaceful protesters were in prison up till this year, 5 years later. Tomorrow we go there, justice for this, justice for this. Nigerians, we must come together. If your law enforcement is not professional and working, if your judicial system is not working, everybody is a potential victim waiting for your turn to happen. Any law enforcement that cannot protect the life of the living cannot give justice to the dead. You are just wasting time, because it is easier to heal the sick than to raise the dead. Nigerians, the thing what we do, we wait for turn by turn Nigeria PLC. I just want to encourage and tell Nigerians, you cannot fail victims who don't die, not just because of them, but because even we where they are alive, it can happen to anybody, God forbid. May Nigeria not happen to you before you activate. Some people get detention centers, some people get prison. Their families don't even think maybe they don't die, they don't go, but because of the failed criminal justice system of the country, every day Nigeria is happening to people, but the oppressors and the people who put Nigerians in chains, so they are not ready to release you. Nigerians, we must move, put aside your ethnic and religious divide, mobilize yourself. The right to peaceful protest is guaranteed. Enforce it, mount your guard and ensure that there should be justice. How can you have a society where human beings can die? Countless numbers of human beings can die and nothing will happen. Even dog or animals will die for Western country. Something will be said about them. If you beat animal, they will say animal cruelty. For Nigeria, human being will die and nothing will be done about it. I beg all of us as Nigerians, it is up to all of us to decide. Just know that your oppressors are not willing to give you justice. It is your duty to wake up and demand for justice. May God rest the souls of all who die. May God send help to those with the detention so that they can be released and live a normal life. And may God give wisdom and courage to those of us with the outside to know, say, we deserve better. And in a society where injustice is prevalent, everybody can become a victim. May Nigeria not happen to you. Activate. Nigeria is a country of more than 200 million activists. Do not wait for Nigeria to happen to you before you activate.
Sowore has been arrested at the Federal High Court in Abuja today. You know that there's a court case going on for Nnamdi Kanu, which is his guy, right? So he must have gone there to, perform the way he performed, to do what he knows how to do best, to dare the authority, to tell them the fact. The fact I've been expecting a lot of my Igbo brothers to actually tell them. The same thing I've been expecting all of you tribalistic efulefu that is busy online like me, engaging in all this baseless, endless war between B-Lord and VDM online, just like me. I've been expecting all of you to march to Abuja, go there and protest. All this efulefu that comes to people's life, that type free Nnamdi Kanu, all this efulefu that goes to people's comments and type free Nnamdi Kanu, I've been expecting all of you to go to Abuja, march to Abuja, go there and demand for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. You people will not do it. All of you educated Muzunga engaging on unnecessary wars that are trying to bring Igbo man down. I don't know if the Nigerian civil war could not bring Igbo man down. I don't know why you people think that VDM can actually bring Igbo man down. If the whole civil war, after everything that happened, could not bring Igbo man down, I don't know why you people are thinking right now that this brouhaha between B-Lord and VDM can actually bring Igbo people down. Because you know it will not happen. You just have to engage in that tribal war. Because that is the only place you feel like human. That is the only place you feel like the stupid, imbecilic elements you are. If you don't engage in tribal war, you will not feel yourself. Go to Abuja and protest. No. When Sowore organized this protest, I was expecting at least 1 million Igbos from the Igbo land to go. When I not go, no, it's online. Atorawasa. Until we start seeing each other as one, we cannot go anywhere. This is who Sowore was protesting for. He's telling Sowore to be strong.
Yes. You'll be out.
We need to start seeing each other as one and stop seeing each other as divided people. See, a Yoruba man would need to understand that the Igbos are not your problem. An Igbo man, you need to understand that Yoruba man is not your problem. An Hausa man needs to understand the man from the South is not your problem. We need to start realizing that the problem is not the people of Nigeria. The problem is the country itself, Nigeria. The problem is the system. The problem is not the table. The problem is not the people under the table, because we are all under the table. The problem is who sits on the table. That is the problem. The whole system is corrupt. The whole system is perverse. I don't know who pushed these narratives and make you think that a Yoruba man does not need an Igbo man in Lagos. An Igbo man in Lagos need a Yoruba man as much as a Yoruba man need an Igbo man. You cannot do it alone in Nigeria. Ask yourself this question. Why is it that when they sit at the House of Reps, House of Assembly, and wherever they sit in Abuja, they don't see tribe, they don't see religion? Ask yourself that. Why is it that they don't see tribes and religion? When Elumelu sits together, he sits with Otedola. When Otedola sits together, he sits with Dangote. When Dangote sits together, they sit with Atoese. They don't even see tribe. They don't see religion. So why are you wallowing in your own ignorance? Aroya Bage. Why do you allow these people to use Ishigimbo? Why do you allow these people to always divide us, making you feel like Onibo your problem? Onibo is not your problem. Onya Yoruba is not your problem. Your problem is the system. Other countries of the whole world are using differences to build their economy. Go to the UK, find out what is happening in the UK, check their NHS and see who is actually holding it down. They build a system, use the system to manage the people under the system. That is exactly the same thing in Nigeria. Your problem is not an Igbo man, a Yoruba man, a Hausa man, a man from the South. Your problem is the system.